Happy Easter, everyone. Today I have a journal that I've recently completed. The thought behind this journal is something that you could use for your love story. It is love themed. I use the Kaisercraft P.S. I Love You collection. So I was thinking something on the lines where you could write your love story in it. At the same time, you could also take it to your reception and your guests can sign it use it as a guest book, or you could just keep it as a personal love diary or love journal. But it is love themed. So this book, it was created by I repurposed a old cookbook. I think it was the Joy of Cooking cookbook. So I've recovered it with book cloth. I've got some mauve lace here. We've got some seam binding trim with some little dangles here at the end. This is a metal frame with the sticker of love in the middle of it that comes from the collection. On the spine, I do have some white lace. And this is the back. Again, the seam binding, and then your hole here. If you ever want to change out the seam binding, you can totally change that out. Just wrap it around that little hole here. And this is the inside. It does have 4 signatures. Each signature has a total of 8 tea stained, or coffee dyed papers. I'm not quite sure which is which in here because I do both types of staining. And so let's open it up and get inside. Again, it is a repurposed book, so it is just a little bit tight right there when you first open it, but it does lay flat. On this side, I have a pocket that I created. I've added some metal corners to the pocket. On the side here is just a little tuck spot that I've added kind of an enlarged tag here. You could stick some photos or anything you'd like to stick behind here. And then inside the pocket, you could add photos from your wedding or just maybe photos from special moments in your relationship. I have some extra tags here, and then in this envelope I've added some ephemera from the paper collection. These two are not glued down, so they can be used in the journal. And I just took this glassine envelope and I've loaded it with ephemera that you can use as you're journaling throughout this book. And those just go right inside of there. And so there's plenty of space if you wanted to add a stack of photos in here. You could do that as well, or even maybe some memorabilia, maybe some places where you and your loved one have visited, went on dates, and so forth. Okay, on the first signature here, we have a little tuck spot, and I've just got some journaling tags and cards here. And then on the first page of the first signature, there's a pocket that I've decorated with some ephemera from the collection. And we've got some tags. There's a journaling tag. And then just a white tag. I did distress the edges of everything with the Ranger Distress Oxide in the color Gathered Twigs. Those are those. Each signature has a tab, and on this one I've added a heart charm. If you can see that very well. This is a little paper sack that I've added into the signature that I've also added a mini journal, and you can maybe jot down maybe a little bit more private memory that you'd like to write down, and you can put it in here, and so it's tied up and tucked in that little pocket there for you to add at a later time. Maybe you don't want to take this specific moment to your reception so that others can see it. You could jot it down in here and then add it to your journal later. And it is just a little mini journal where you can write down some memories. It's got a little ephemera here. And the center signature has a couple little tags, and then these little corners flip up so you can write some private information there. Got some vintage lace right here. Another piece of ephemera. So that's your little mini journal. And it tucks right in there. Some coffee stained papers on this little tuck spot here. It is fragile, so you want to be careful. It is a double layer of doilies. But we have a journaling tag that I've doubled so that you can open it up and write some stuff in there. This is another tuck spot. You tuck in some pictures or maybe some pamphlets of places you visited on your dates. This also is another tuck spot here. On this page there is some fabric, and I use the same fabric here that I've used to sew in the signature, so it matches. And then I've got a little garment pin here with a little bit of lace, and then here's a charm that I've added to that one. Here's the other side of that paper sack, and I just added a journaling card. And then on the back side of this signature, I did some flips here, kind of tapping into the whole mini album theme here, where you can add some pictures on these three, and then on the back side as well. Okay, and then this space is open if you wanted to add a big picture or glue down some memories. Here you could do that as well. On the back side of the signature, there's a pocket with another journaling card. Okay, second signature. Now every signature, all four of them, are laid out the same. For the most part, the insides, two of them are the same and the other two are the same. So this would be the second design. And I've got some corner pockets here with some tags. And it is a double pocket. So you've got that pocket there, and then you've got one up here for this large tag here. And if you get behind there, it slides right in. Moving things all around here. Okay, so that's in there. So the front covers are slightly different. Remember, this one had just a straight pocket with 3 tags, and this one has a double pocket with 3 tags. And then on the tab of this one, there's just a little charm here, little vintage looking charm. In this paper sack, I just did a journaling card here, and I will ink this up. This is one I forgot to ink up, so let me set that aside and make sure that gets inked up on the inside before it goes out to the purchaser. Here's another journaling tag that opens up. It's just tucked in right here. Another doily tuck spot. I love the way that came out. Pretty. And this is just some decoration here, and here's some more fabric. Trim. I've got a rose charm here, some lace. And again, on this paper sack is just another journaling card. This is the same design that's on the very front here, just at a smaller scale. And here is another double pocket, and you got your 3 journaling tags. On the third signature, we've titled this one Devotion, and again we have the flips here where you can add photos. And then on this tab is a long triple heart charm. If you could see that very well. And then in this paper sack, I've created like a little notepad with some leftover papers that I had. So it's just a little notepad, and I've stitched it in. Here's another journaling tag that opens up for journaling. Another doily tuck spot. some decorative trim. Here's some fabric trim, and with the lace and a small charm there. And then on this paper sack is just a journaling card. Okay. Then on the back side we have the pocket decorated with some ephemera from the collection and some more tags. Grow old along with me, the best is yet to be. It's a saying my husband and I always say to each other. Well, we ask each other, will you grow old with me? I love it. This last signature is titled Affection, and we've got the double pockets here with 3 tags. This one is actually one that I've left as a little book instead of just a single tag. And then, oh, the charm on this tab, see if you can see it, it's just a little gem. And then a journaling card. Another tuck spot. Another tuck spot where you can add pictures or your own ephemera there. So again, each signature has 8 pages, 8 coffee stained pages. So that gives you a total of 64 pages in the book. Plenty of space for your journaling and for your guest signatures if you choose to use it at your reception. And that is my love journal. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video.